of people who missed the longevity boat, which I continue to believe is the most absurd phenomenon in our modern day history. There are ways we know to rescue older people. We have Mr. Hilton there, who's dead. He had billions of dollars. An individual who had, I guess, decabillions, if that's the way to say it. Paul Allen, over $20 billion, and he dies from something that probably could have been treated better. And now he did donate money to medical research, but he's an example of someone who would write a $100 million check to a university. And often that went to cover university overhead. It went to cover maybe some basic scientific research, which is great. But our Human Age Reversal Project, the only activity it's engaged in is experimenting on aging humans. That's all it does. It's not covering overhead. It's not covering salaries. It's simply being used to cover overhead. But I'm going through the slides. Mr. Nordstrom died very young age with over $1 billion of net worth. The owner of a football team in the United States, worth billions of dollars, dead. And some people might say, well, those are normal ages to die. Normal is not what we accept. We're seeking to defeat nature by intervening aggressively in all kinds of clinical trials. Southwest Airlines, very successful business. That's great, except the owner's no longer around. And again, these are people who, as far as we know, they wrote checks here and there to different charities, but they didn't focus on the number one problem. Their number one risk was aging to death. And T. Boone Pickens, he's really interesting from the standpoint that relates to so many billionaires and centimillionaires that I've talked to over the decades. They feel good at the moment. And because they feel good that day, they think, I don't have to do much about aging. Well, T. Boone Pickens needed to do something, even though he felt good the day he made this quote, because within a short period of time, he suffered a series of strokes. He had a fall like so many other older people do because of frailty, and he died at the age of 91. And if anyone thinks that's an old age, I sure don't. I'm 65, so I'm not that far away from 91. We need to accelerate everything we're doing. But this is just a perfect example of so many wealthy people I've spoken to. Some of them write checks to our charitable causes. So many others just think, I'm okay right now. They don't realize tomorrow they may not be. And T. Boone Pickens, by the way, was a generous man. He built the stadium for the University of Oklahoma State, $260 million. Most of that was T. Boone Pickens' donation. If he had taken just 10 million of that 260 million and put it into dedicated age reversal research, he could be here to enjoy this stadium. Instead, well, this is his priority. And it's a priority, frankly, of a lot of wealthy people. They put money into art museums. They put money into opera houses, supporting orchestras.